St. Andrew Old Girls Hockey Club was formed in 1941 by two Scotsmen, Jock Sinclair and Jock Campbell.
Back in the day, playing on grass, we played with men on a Saturday afternoon. Everybody met together and we will interchange different positions, etc. There was one particular person by the name of Jock Campbell who used to promote hockey. Expatriates would come and join. And every Saturday he arranged these games.
In 1970, the name was changed to St. Andrew Hockey Club to welcome members who were not past students of the St. Andrew High School for Girls.
I joined the club in 1987. That's after I graduated from high school in Mandeville, went to Bel Air, and came to Kingston to start university at the time. But I was playing hockey before. I played for Mandeville Hockey Club for a year. And so because of that, I got to know people from the other clubs. And Michelle took an interest in me, invited me to come and play, but I told her I wanted to watch some of the other clubs. So I came up on a Saturday and, watched the games and looked at the people and decided to go with Andrews.
The best experience I'd have is trying to bring the club together, to have more girls in the club, whether they attended St. Andrew High School or not. We want to carry the club forward.
In 2013, the club opened its arms to embrace their second set of male players, St. Andrew Phoenix, while the females are now dubbed St. Andrew Strikers.
Before we talk about the rise of the Phoenix, this is not the first time that we've had boys in our club, right? So I think after we used to have the Tony Borrows program, and a number of the young boys that played didn't get, or let me put it politically correct, no, let me not. Some of the other clubs never want them. So they came to Andrews and said, would you join a club? Would you form a male club? And we said, all right, we'll take it on. And Nikki Bradshaw was very instrumental in that. She coached them, she trained them and everything like that. But unfortunately for us, Nikki had to leave Jamaica. And we just couldn't sustain it. And so a number of them left and went to other clubs. But kind of like 10, 15 years later, another group of guys came and said, why we don't, they want to play and they want this and that, and if Andrews can start a male club. And we gave them a challenge and I said, if you find enough people, we'll think about it. And they came back with a list of people.
Investing a lot into the sport, a sense of feeling of neglect, sense of feeling that you're not wanted. And with all of that, you felt like you wanted to give up, to leave the sport. But then there was this club, the St. Andrew Hockey Club, who had great leadership, a sense of purpose. They wanted the sport to thrive. They have been continuously investing in the sport, trying to develop the sport and pushing themselves forward. They wanted persons around. They had the right motivation to continue the sport. And with me feeling this sense of neglect and want to leave and give up, I basically turned to the executives of St. Andrew Hockey Club in 2013, with a proposal to start a male team. I had the understanding that they had a male team previously, but it had died for various reasons. And I went back to them with a proposal, this great club with a great intention of building the sport and continuing the development. And I wanted to be a part of that.
Considering what St. Andrew Hockey Club stands for, it has been a great addition because this club is so diverse and has so much to teach that it wouldn't be fair to just restrict it to the young women growing up or who are involved with the sport, but it is a necessity for our young men who are in hockey, and this club allows them to be themselves. This club allows them to grow. It teaches them how to be a good individual, whether on or off the field. Training with the guys, I must say, personally, it adds a great competitive edge for us young ladies because we're so used to playing against the girls and the girls don't really push us to be the best version of ourselves. Playing with the boys, we have to do more than just play. We have to think and open up a whole other dimension of the game, and knowing that we can't always beat them physically, it's always entertaining just to see us try and compete with the guys.
I mean, we have to think how guys think, and it's kind of hard because we don't really have that experience, right? But one of the things we try to do is keep the lines of communication open. And we recognize that there are various levels. Some of them very passionate and intense, some of them very laid back. Some just hate losing, some think it's all about them. So you kind of have to be trying to find that balance, and you have to try and mediate, and you have to show people other people's perspective and to find the commonality as a team. They're young, it's going to take them some time to come together, but I believe that with experience and time they'll grow in.
Over the years, St. Andrew Hockey Club has supplied Jamaica's national hockey teams with a number of players and captains. Some national captains that came from the club are Dr. Michelle Holt, Tasha Cook, Andrea Stevenson, Kadeen Brown, Lorian McIntosh, and Demi Nicholson. St. Andrew Hockey Club has a rich history of winning competitions. The most popular wins are ISA Cup for Ladies Hockey League, which they retired in 1960 after 10 consecutive wins. In 1964, the club won all trophies that were contested. Silver medalist to Argentina in the 1999 club championships held in Jamaica. Gold medalist at the Miami Cup Championships in Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale in 2016. And the Barbara Dixon Memorial Trophy, which the club retired in 1985 after winning it 9 times since its inception.
Our club was the only club that toured. We'd go to Guyana, we'd go to Barbados, we'd go to Venezuela. Our club, and we would invite others from other clubs to join with us.
The Miami Cups, I would say, would be the most favorite tournaments, our favorite tournaments that I've had. In the first year we came second. In the second year we went and we won it. And not just the fact that we came second or we won it in the second year make it memorable or favorable, but it's the mere fact that Jamaica hockey has been struggling for so long, and the national team has continuously been losing, and they haven't been going anywhere. So one would have the feeling that hockey in Jamaica isn't going anywhere or we cannot compete. And for the mere fact that St. Andrew Hockey Club can go away and play on an international scene against teams from Guyana, Canada, across America, and the Caribbean, and compete with these guys and play some good hockey where persons came out and was so, I was enjoying this sport so much, enjoying the team playing, commenting that, at least now these guys are playing hockey. It brings back a great feeling to say hockey in Jamaica is not dead, and we have the talent and we have the quality, and we can compete with the right motivation, the right leadership, the right executive, and that's what St. Andrew Hockey Club brings. And with that just makes you feel special to know that you go out there to represent a club and one can see what Jamaican hockey was or is supposed to be, and that the quality that Jamaican hockey can bring is still alive.
2 of my favorite tournaments to date include the Andrews Premier League and Money on Grass tournament. Now, the Andrews Premier League was an intra-club competition, and even though it didn't end in my team's favor, it was still a great initiative taken by my club. It showed that we as a club, we are large in numbers, we have players, and for us to break away and form teams within our team, and then for us to bring out this competitiveness within ourselves, the quality, the entertainment, being able to play in another environment, it was really fun, it was quite entertaining. It brought up so much animosity. You would never think that we were a part of the same club, but at the same time, it allowed us to be competitive and to furthermore bond as a team, as a club. So APL was really good. As for Money on Grass, that was quite interesting. We played at St. Andrew High, which is my alma mater, and being able to play on the grass, it brought back or allowed me to be where I thought I was always best, which was on grass, and being able to play on a surface where not many individuals still play on anymore. It was really competitive, it was really fun. It was fun to see how people try to adjust to playing on grass.
For me personally, the more memorable ones would have been indoor, when we used to play indoor in the national arena. The games were intense, the lots of goals scoring, competitive, very good quality hockey, to the extent that the arena was full, and it was full with not hockey playing people but non-hockey playing people, and it was the drum on the stands, and you feel big, and it was exciting, and so winning those were also memorable. And of course there were a number of years that we won the league back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and you don't want to really gloat on those, but what it is also is a good streak.
The club's success has a lot to do with the dedication and strong leadership qualities of the members. One such member is Myrna Tiger Brown.
I represent Jamaica's left wing, and then I was shifted to right wing, and then I said I am going to play right half and I'm not moving. Eventually they put me to play right back, and that's how I got the name, because thou shalt not pass. That's what I used to say every evening. I hit the stick down and say, thou shalt not pass, and nobody passed me. And then somebody from the sidelines bawled out, Tiger Brown, and then the name stuck.
Myrna holds the distinction of being the oldest and longest actively serving member of the Jamaica Hockey Federation, JHF. She has also served every administrative body for hockey in Jamaica and is one of 2 life members of the club.
I got started with the sport when I went to St. Andrew High School in 1946. Games, in the form they said, games are played Mondays, the seniors, Wednesdays, the juniors. And the games played tennis, netball, and hockey. My first try was netball. And I went out the Wednesday afternoon, and we were told what to do. I started out, but every time I moved, the whistle went. After the game, I said, no more. I never went back on the netball field, and I never looked at netball.
Dr. Michelle Holt. Though a respected doctor, the purpose of Michelle Holt's existence lay not in the field of medicine, but in the arena of sports. Michelle served the sport as national player, coach, administrator, including being president of the former Jamaica Women's Hockey Association, even while pursuing a medical career.
I think when I came in to the sport, Michelle was still playing but coaching, but Michelle has always been active at the high school, and she's always carried the club also. And so I think Michelle just live, eat, sleep, dream, hockey is her life. And I think that kind of passion and drive kind of spills over into us, and she makes sure it does.
Her vision for Jamaica to have its very own artificial turf was finally realized in 1998 after her tireless work and research. Barbara Dixon, Nee Akar. She played, she umpired, and was an executive of the National Association.
I met her first when I went to St. Andrew High School. Tall and thin. I must say she dominated the center half position. And by that I mean hockey was left wing, inside left, center forward, inside right, right wing. 5 forwards, 3 halves, right half, center half, left half, 2 backs, left back, right back, and a goalie. But she, from school days, she dominated center half position.
She was not only a first-class player, but one of the finest captains the club has ever had. So amazing that she captained the national team 9 times. Barbara strongly believed example was the best method of teaching. Marjorie Rickards, Nee Fennell. She is reputed to be speedy on the forward line, quick to tackle, and a real menace in the circle. She was a member of the national team for many years, including being captain. She had a strong forte for coaching and started with kids from the St. Andrew Prep and high schools. In 1977, she was voted the most outstanding club member. Margaret Cook, née Mattox. Margaret Cook, affectionately called Meg or Cooksy, was one of the most classy and poised women of St. Andrew Hockey Club. Meg could scold you in such a polite manner that you would think that you were being hugged by her. She was a nippy winger in her heydays and represented Jamaica on many national teams since 1963 and was also captain of both club and country. There is more to St. Andrew Hockey Club than playing hockey and winning games. The club also takes time to focus on social outreach activities to help individuals as well as charities whenever possible.
Even though we're a hockey club, we're a volunteer organization, and we recognize that our impact is a little greater than just playing a match, right? We live in a community. We live we believe that our value must extend beyond the gates of our hockey field. So we're active in terms of participating in 5K runs, and we've entered a few of them as teams, and sometimes individuals go out and enter. We've also done some charity work with Wortley Home, where we have actually gone to the home and spent a day with the girls and volunteered and made donations, taught them hockey there. They enjoyed it so much that they said the next time they wanted to come to the hockey field. So we took them here one day and they actually watched some games. Of course, we had to tell them to cheer for Andrews, right? And we made them play some hockey and things. And then they enjoyed that so much that we went out and took them paintballing one year, So we've continued to try to give back to our nation, as I say, collectively and individually.
St. Andrew Hockey Club view all members as family and as such take a real interest in helping each other.
Outside of just the player development, individually, I got opportunities to do things that I didn't do before. So one of the things you had to do is that you had to be involved in the sport. So it wasn't just come and play for Andrews, but you had to be involved in what was the JWH at the time. So you had to umpire, you had to be involved administratively. So I learned people skills, I learned leadership skills, but more than anything else is just the relationships that grew. You have real good lifelong friends, people who you can call on at any point in time, who are, when I say family, I mean really family. People who, if you're in an emergency, you take up the phone and say, listen, this is happening. 2, 3 of them will come at you and say how things going, what we can do, kind of a thing. So it has been great, and I'm hoping that I also played a similar role, to the others in the club.
Being a part of St. Andrew Hockey Club has impacted my life significantly. They have taught me how to be an individual, whether on or off the field. They have given me more than just playing skills, they have given me life skills.
The first season that St. Andrew Phoenix participated in the league, just the mere encouragement and love that the girls showed towards the boys in the first year there, and the excitement on the boys' face. I can remember Rakino and the other guys just dancing on the field, enjoying themselves, win, lose or draw. It was just always such a fun time being with those guys.
I came into this club as a quote-unquote outsider, a non-St. Andrew girl, but I've never felt uncomfortable. I was embraced as a member of the club from day one, and it has never been an issue, the fact that it never came from the school. We look out for each other on the field. We cheer each other when we're playing. We cuss the ref for the team. We're going to defend each other. But if we don't think you're right, we will also say to you, we don't think you're right and we don't think that's the way to do it, right? And we believe that that kind of clear communication helps to build the family.
As those who have gone on before, the club has continued the practice of mentoring, developing, caring for, and simply having fun in and outside of the hockey environs. The year 2016 marks the 75th anniversary of St. Andrew Hockey Club. The integration has helped the club to remain vibrant, mixing the zest of youth and both genders with the wisdom of maturity.
My greatest memories with St. Andrew Hockey Club is always just being around them, playing around them, the camaraderie, the friendship, the fun that we share, whether during the games, after the games in the stands, liming, are just some of the best memories I have.
We tend to lime and hang out a lot, which just shows that we're more than just a team that comes to play. We're a team that's here and we are a family, and we tend to try and build on that.
If it's a match day and a training day, we'll get here, we'll lime, then we'll go train and play, and then we'll lime again, and then we'll probably leave, go somewhere else and lime again. So that's a typical match training day. But outside of that, we have a WhatsApp group. So sometimes it's ping after ping after ping, hundreds of messages. You wake up in the morning and it's just loaded. We have various characters, so the conversations go all over the place. So it's pretty good. But of late we've gotten quiet. I don't know why. But so generally we communicate a lot, even when we're not at the hockey field.
This year, St. Andrew Hockey Club will become 75 years old. To me, that's a significant achievement because it shows that this club has longevity. In order to be around for 75 years, it must mean that we have individuals who are committed, individuals who have vision and they clearly stick to our mission and they look forward to the future. So to me, being 75 years old, it's something that should really be celebrated and something that others should possibly look towards achieving.
75 years is a long time, and for anything, any organization to be around for 75 years, that says a lot. That shows the commitment, the drive, the motivation from the leaders, the members, to have this product around for a long time. And to have a product for 75 years, it shows it's a good product. You have a good quality.
As I said, I joined in '87, and I don't think we've had a bad year, and of course that's relative and you can debate that. It doesn't mean that we win everything, but we measure success not necessarily based on winning competitions alone, because player development and people development is key. But the fact that we've managed to sustain a high standard for our hockey and also the people who are a part of the club, I think it's magnificent. We've had people who've come and go, but they've played their role. And even though they may no longer be active in the club, they still have an interest. So it's big. And I'm happy that I'm able to be a part of that. So my name is somewhere in the history books,
My advice to future generations that may come into the club involves to always remember that we are more than just a sporting team. We are a family. This club embodies a spirit of family that it's so strong that it doesn't matter whether or not you have a problem on or off the field. You can always turn to someone in the club and reason with them and talk to them. You can always look for a helping hand or somebody to encourage you. This club is really more than just coming to play. It's all about furthering development. It's being visionary. So my advice again is to remember that no matter what, this club is always a family.
Well, what I can tell you is that I am still a part of this future generation for the club, and his advice I would give to myself just as much as I would give to others, that the club has a legacy, 75 years of rich history, and all members, younger generation, everybody still involved, should continue that rich history, that long legacy, play their part in the continued development of the club, the continued development of the sport. So we not only live for 75 more years, but many, many, many years after that, and we can continue the legacy of the club and know that we have played even a greater part in hockey and in the building of Jamaican society.
My advice for the future generation, get to know the history of the club. get to know the organization that you're coming into. Do a little research, ask some questions, so you kind of get a perspective, right? Don't come in and be a stranger. It's much more than just coming to learn the physical game of hockey, to represent the club. It's so much more than that.
St. Andrew Hockey Club would like to salute all past and present club leaders and executive members who have shown great skills in guiding the club to 75 years.